What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 2. Sing for your supper. Okay. When I hear the word supper, it sounds so like down south-y or European. What's for supper? But anyway, moving on from that. So we get into the episode, baby, and it picks up what we left off. Okay, they trying to figure out what the hell is Sing Sing. Okay, Karen then came up and said to you are a broken old whore from Hampton, and you was out there in Sing Sing or some shit like that. Now the whole time we trying to figure out what Sing Sing is, because the last time I've ever heard Sing Sing, that was referring to a jail. So I'm sitting here thinking like, when the last time Giselle got locked up or whatever? Girl, from what y'all was saying in the comments and from what Karen was trying to say afterwards was, I guess, trying to refer to a mental institution. I said, wait a minute, we don't want to throw those type of accusations around, okay? Don't do that. No, Karen, we don't do no we don't play with that. Now let me and speaking of, let me just say this right off the bat, okay? Because I found it very disheartening and troubling that a lot of people, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. I know I saw one particular comment basically calling Robin trifling for, being in the bed or whatever at a certain time when she got kids around or whatever. And I'm like, people don't show compassion these days or have empathy for anybody these days and just can't look beyond the fact of what they don't like about a person. And I'm just sitting here like, wow, how can you be so heartless? Because of the simple fact that regardless of how you may feel about this woman, we're not psychologists, we're not psychiatrists, we're not doctors, but basically a lot of what Robin was saying last week about her not getting up on time and not being motivated of what we see throughout the preview or whatever was coming on, it sounds like classic symptoms of depression, okay? And given somebody that's been through depression and, had those same moments where I literally slept in the bed all goddamn day and only got up to do a fucking video and went right back to sleep because I had no motivation, and I've been through that shit. I told you my struggles, you know what I'm saying? So it just made me really disheartened. And I was just like, wow, people can be really heartless out here. I don't fuck with Robin like that, but damn, I can sympathize with the shit, okay? Like, people really be going through the shit. You don't know. Just because you have kids and you are a mother, that does not stop you from getting depression. That does not stop you from getting down. And that does not make you a bad person. That does not make you trifling or anything. It can happen to anybody, okay? So let's keep that in mind before we type ignorant stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that could be the case, okay? That could be the case. We don't know. But moving on from that, let's get back to this dinner party. Girl, Wendy was irritating me because I was trying to get into it. Let me tell you something. And then somebody had the nerve to tell me something. Girl, I can't believe you like Wendy. And they was a new subscriber. I'm sorry. I like her. I mean, well, I like what she giving for right now, okay? She cute to me. So, hey, it is what it is. Don't judge me. Come back. You know what I'm saying? I hope you come back for this review. But anyway, so as they trying to sit there and get into what's going on and trying to figure out what the hell Sing Sing coming from, okay, Robin sitting there like, girl, what is that? Sing Sing, all this stuff, Sing Sing, Sing Sing. Bitch, Wendy is interrupting. She was like, can y'all be quiet because the chef is coming out here. She want to tell us what we have on our plate. Bitch, it's a salad. It's some leaves, some goddamn vegetables, and a salad. We don't need to know that it's rosemary and arugula, maybe a little bit of spinach with some radish. We don't need to know all that. We can see, okay? And then every time that the chef came out there, Wendy would interrupt the freaking argument just to have them. She was like, Robin, she's about to tell us what's on the plate. I said, Wendy, shut up. Let them finish and get this out because I really want to look at it and I really want to see. Okay? And every time the chef come out there, I don't know if baby girl was nervous or what, but mama voice was shaking or whatever. She was like, girl, I ain't got no parts in this. Let me just do my job and get the hell up out of here. But when the first time she interrupted, it was quiet for a second. I said, oh, so we just gonna sit here and be quiet like ain't nothing else happened. And then they was like, Giselle said, so where did this Sing Sing conversation come from? So now you making up stuff? I said, yeah, Karen, where it come from? She was like, that's just what I heard. Okay, that's what I heard. So of course, Robin tries to get into it and we trying to understand where exactly does this, she trying to let us know where exactly this beef between her and Giselle started, at least for her. And I'm talking about Karen. She was like, it was that time when, Ray set you down and he said that stuff about you, just because you pretty or whatever, that can fade and you're going to be by yourself and all this stuff. And then you said something about, well, this prettiness or whatever she said, she gonna still be here, but Ray not. You wish death on my husband. That's what I took that for. You wish death on my husband. I said, Karen, bitch, you reaching. Because that is not what she was saying. Okay, I don't even like Giselle. I remember that whole scene. That was not what she was trying to say. Okay, I said, Karen, just say you don't like the bitch and just call it the fucking day. Me and Giselle sitting there like, what? Everybody was just like, girl, what? Okay, now see, I was with you when you was right, all right? But now I gotta call you out. Karen, you on some board at this point. And then... Mia interjects and was like, hold on. Now, I know that I came here with Karen and she's my friend. I know her for a while. And then I guess Giselle or somebody was like, yeah, she the only friend that she got. You the only friend she got right now, whatever she needs you. And she was like, but wait a minute. I don't know Giselle, but at this point in time, I can see her and I feel like she has a good heart. I said, girl, you don't know this bitch, okay? You don't know this bitch the way that we know this bitch, okay? So, I want you to be quiet. That moment reminded me of when Anila came in on the new season, this recent season of Married to Medicine, and was trying to interject into everybody's business that was already ongoing, the fights that was already ongoing. You knew, shut your mouth and just sit there and watch them roll, okay? So now you can know how shit rolls, all right? So at one point... Robin trying to understand, and see, Wendy caught it. Wendy like, you came in here with Karen, but now you up here taking up for everybody else instead of Karen. That's not loyalty, okay? And Wendy had to open up her mouth, and she was like, if something is going on between Giselle and when Karen, let it be between them, no other interjections and stuff like that. And people like Robin thinking, now see, bitch, I know you didn't get your body done, but did you get a new personality or whatever? You can't think for yourself? Or since when? This lady that was trying to get you out the group the first time you came on, and now you taking up for her? I'm confused. Bitch, at this point, I don't even remember what led into this, but Karen and Robin goes back and forth. Robin kept making her little side, what? Huh? How you do? Okay, and then at this point, I don't know what Robin said, but she was like, I'm worried about me and having a wedding that I know I'm going to have, unlike you, okay? Are you going to have a wedding unlike, like, when is your day? Because I know I'm having mine, but when is your day? That's what you need to be worried about. I said, bitch, what? The way she said that whole line about, she's going to have her wedding, okay, but basically implying that Robin ain't finna have no damn wedding, okay? And she was like, I am gonna have a wedding when COVID is over, when it's through with COVID or whatever. She was like, well, I'm having mine in a safe environment, and it's gonna be family and friends or whatever, and it's gonna show what a real relationship and a real wedding look like. I said, oh, Robin, you should have just sat there and shut the fuck up at this point. Like Karen said, girl, if you're not gonna get married to the man, get that man back his ring. Now, Karen, you ain't have to say that he got that ring from a pawn shop, because he didn't, okay? Why is the husband's in it, all right? And Karen, you don't want nobody talking about your husband, don't talk about nobody else's husband, okay? But anyway, that shit was funny to me. I said, these old ladies, Wendy trying to get things back on track because Ashley was trying to make it like, if Karen and me can get along, everybody else should be able to get along. Girl, it ain't like that, okay? It ain't even like that. Meanwhile, Wendy trying to defer from it and get people to look at her boobs and her ass, and she finally admit that she did get her ass done. And Robin felt a little vindicated. She was like, yeah, I knew. Robin called it. But anyway, she gave them the cut case, the titty case, and they was licking the nipples and eating the nipples and all that stuff and woo woo woo. Mind you, Mia, she getting everybody's phone number and everything else. Truth be told, I'm not 100% mad at Mia. I mean, she could have had Karen back a little bit, but you brought me into this group and I'm supposed to be on this cast, so therefore I have to get to know everybody. Give me a chance to get to know everybody on my own. Then we get into Mia's situation and, talking about where she stay at in this penthouse, and it has a balcony over the harbor. I have two kids with my husband, and at first the age difference was like, oh my God, he looks like my grandpa. And when we saw her husband, Gordon, I was like, he decent looking for an old man. You know what I'm saying? I could see it a little bit. He give me sugar daddy teas or whatever, but he cute enough. He still look like grandpa. And on a different angle, he can look like Zaddy a little bit, just a little bit. Somebody gonna take offense, but I'm just saying just a little bit. When I say just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay? Because when I thought of 68, I literally thought, and truth be told, I thought Mia would have been with like a white man or somebody else, truth be told, okay? But then when I seen Gordon, I was like, that's why he looked like that, because, sometimes people age differently in different, let me shut up. Cause y'all already know where I was finna go. Let me stop. I'm not finna do that. She taking business calls and she want to let everybody know that she was a boss and all that stuff. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Back in the day, Gordon was doing all the work. Now I'm out here doing all this and whatever. Woo, woo, woo. The kids are just in their own world, and the little girl is having a fit because they ain't got no sprinkles for the cupcakes, and she gotta stop her phone call. I said, why are you taking work phone call with the kids right there? I was with the daddy, okay? But that was me. I was like, jury's still out on her, but okay. So we get into Candace, Miss Candy Cane. Okay, listen, let me tell y'all. Yeah, listen, I can give props where props is fucking due, bitch. Candace got a song out called Drive By, and all the ladies up in the video too. So obviously, I think all of them kind of made up or whatever eventually. Enough for them to be up in the video, okay? And when you want to dislike something so bad, bitch, I listened to it. I said, and I seen the video. I was like, you know what, Candace, I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was cute. It was cute. But I really couldn't tell if it was like slight auto tune on her voice. But either way, it was a cute song, bitch. I said, okay, Candace, you got two in the pot that I liked. All right. Do what you got to do. And the video was really nice. The video was really nice. She sounded really good. She looked really good in it. So it's called Drive By. If y'all want to go look it up on YouTube. It's decent. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. Moving on from that, we introduced to her this episode, after her bowels didn't stop running. Okay. Trust and believe, I understand that. Anyway, moving on from that, too much information. But some little boy came running up to her, Mommy. I said, excuse me? What is going on here? But she was on a set, okay? She was on a set filming movies, and, she's getting back into her acting jush. We didn't know I didn't know she was acting like in 2018 or whatever, doing spots here and there, and they were showing her little reel of what she was on and all this stuff. And during the pandemic, she was getting into more stuff. Like the movie that I was promoting for BET, the Christmas Lottery, she was in that one, and she did a really good job in that. Can't hate on it, okay? And she was doing that in the midst of trying to get her master's, and Chris FaceTiming her, and she's saying how she hasn't flubbed any of her lines, and but she still got to work on the set and still got like 5 homework assignments to do, and it's just a lot that's going on. And he was like, this is your life you chose, okay? This is what it is that you want to do, so you have to put forth the effort to do it, okay? Let's stop complaining about it and let's just get it done, okay? Nobody said that it was gonna be easy. That's basically what the gist of the conversation was. And he was like, I don't know nothing about managing nobody, okay, or nothing, but I'm not managing her career. I'm managing her, all right, because she can go off or whatever on people, and then they going back and forth in the confessions about how their attitudes can be towards each other. And I'm like, sometimes Chris be putting Candace in her place. Like, he be telling her, shut the fuck up, okay? I can just imagine how he speaks to her when we don't see it on camera. I'm pretty sure he'd be like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, I can just imagine him saying that, okay? But, they seem cool enough. They seem happy enough for right now. Then we get into Ashley. Her mama comes over. And she was like, how everything doing? We talk about the relationship between Ashley and Michael and the mom. Their relationship has gotten so much better. Uh, she was talking about the nanny asking if Michael was going to take some time off, and they was like, yeah, we got a nanny though, so she can get acclimated to Dean before the baby come. Aren't you glad that it's not somebody that's like a supermodel and film trigger what? What? That didn't even sound right. What the fuck was that? I said film trigger. Okay. Slim figure. That's what I was trying to say. No wonder why. Girl, don't get me started. It's hot up in here. But anyway, she was talking all about that. Next thing they talking about how the relationship is getting better. They haven't had sex like the conventional sex. She was like, do y'all talk to y'all mama like this? Okay, I felt a little weird listening to her tell her mama. I mean, it's a little bit uncomfortable having sex or whatever, but that's why God gave me multiple holes. And I said, oh no. So you want your mama to know that you be giving head? I mean, your mama probably give head too. But when I hear multiple holes, I'm like, so are you doing butt sex? Are you doing mouth sex? Are you doing hand sex? Like, oh my God, like, I don't want my mom to know the freaky shit that I be doing, even though she 9 and 10s probably did the same thing, but shit, I don't want to know that, okay? And they're talking about the whole situation, and I was just like, well, at least y'all got an open relationship like that. My mama recently told me some shit about my sperm donor of a father, and I don't know why I just got low, like I don't want the world to hear whatever, and I was sitting there listening like, bitch, what? And I said, okay, okay. She told me some shit that had me just stumped. I was like, oh, we ain't never had no conversation that was that open. And I was just sitting there like, God damn, bitch. But that's damn near how Ashley and her mama was sitting there. And I was just like, okay, who really cares? All right, who really cares? She was like, Michael picks up at the first ring when I called too. I said, okay, so basically you trying to put off like your relationship is doing so much better than, y'all finally getting back on track. That's what you're trying to claim to us. Oh, okay. So Robin goes over there to visit Giselle's house. This is, I guess, the first time that she's been in the inside of the house. And as she said, the inside is cute, but the outside is look awkward as shit. And it does, the makeup of it and all that. But it is what it is. So they just taking a tour around it or whatever. They talk about the relationship between Giselle and Jamal. And once again, we want to blame this pandemic. Y'all wasn't close before the pandemic. You barely saw each other before the pandemic, to be quite honest. Nobody truly believed in this relationship. And hell, Robin even said, do I think they was madly in love? No. Okay. I felt like they were still at the beginning stages of trying to get to know each other once again. So nobody really brought this whole relationship between Giselle and Jamal. And, she want to keep trying to save face with this, the pandemic is making it lack communication and intimacy and stuff like that. No, y'all just, no. Okay, you should never went back to him or whatever it is that you concocted to get with him for this TV show or whatever. It should never came to pass. Okay. So then they get on the phone. They call Candace, trying to see how she's doing and, talking about how the party went with Wendy and how she got a new bud, got some new booze, whatever. And I forgot that Mia did say, oh, so now you want to admit that you got your ass done after I put out there what I had done. So what is this? I see what you're trying to do. And that is the same thing that Giselle and Robin said, about Mia coming out with her stuff, and then that's when Wendy want to come out with her shit. It did look like that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like that, girl. I don't get it either. Okay, you could have been honest right up front, because they asked you, did you get your shit done, and you didn't say nothing. Okay, but anyway, so then they started going back into what happened with Karen, and Karen calling her a whore, Karen calling her drunk, this and that, and woo woo woo. Okay, at this point, Candace was like, listen, bitch, I gotta go because I'm supposed to be on this Zoom for school, so let me go. And Giselle talking about some, if I don't get an apology from Karen, you can keep that bitch far away from me. At the end of the day, no. I don't think you deserve an apology for anything, because you're just getting everything that you've done to everybody else back to your ass, okay? You've done the exact same thing, okay? So let it go. And then Robin said, I don't understand why she keeps on trying to talk about Juan. Truth be told, Juan ain't the issue. It's Robin. Okay, Robin can't open up her eyes to see that Juan don't really want her like that. But hey, it is what it is. We ain't gonna. Well, it's both of them in that situation. It's both of them. Juan just need a place to stay. Robin, she doing what she doing, and she don't want to get married either. I don't feel like she do. Okay. And here go Giselle. She talking about the house or whatever. See, you can buy your house and you can buy a house, but Karen, she can't never buy no house with all the tax problems she got and all this shit. Didn't Robin have tax issues too? I said, girl, shut your mouth up. Then we get over there to goddamn Karen. Her and Ray, they about to, girl, they make me so nervous when I see them together because especially when they have Ray doing physical activity that looks strenuous. She had that old man trying to make up that bed, knowing damn well Ray just gives me all I see when I hear him and when I see him. The song, pour some oil on me, let it trickle down my spine. Girl, that's what I hear from the Wiz, the Tin Man. That is what he gives me. Like every time I look at him and he bends over, I'm like, he got stiff right in and there. Karen, you be putting him in positions that you know he ain't gonna be able to get out of, and I think it's unfair and it's damn near elder abuse. Okay, I'm just saying. But he be trying to play along with it, knowing damn well he probably hurting. Okay, um, she's sitting down there talking to him about what happened at the with her and Giselle, and she was like, I feel bad that I went as hard as I did on her. And what I think is going on is, she got married to this man and then divorced a few years ago. And then she tried to get back with him and it didn't work. So she's in her feelings because of that. And now she want to take it out on me. And she needs to be taking it out on the person who actually been doing the dragging to her. And that's Jamal. And I'm sitting here like, Karen, you are full of shit, okay? You are full of shit. Bitch, let me tell you something. That girl may be hurt, but you was dragging her. She was dragging you. Y'all was doing both of that shit, okay? Don't try to make yourself seem like the innocent victim in this whole damn thing, because you are not. You had your part in it too, baby girl, okay? So what I want to do is I want to get together and throw this love party. Have everybody come with their significant others, and even if they don't have anybody, they can just come with themselves. And then maybe this can give Giselle a way to see, the love that there is and see inside herself. I said, Karen, you are full of shit. Karen, you are full of shit. Fuck a party. That girl don't give a fuck about you and you don't give a fuck about her. Like, stop it. Girl, just goddamn stop it. And Ray just, yeah, I mean, it should be received well. And yeah, okay. I love you. Love you. I love you. I love you, damn. That's what Ray wanted to say. Okay, I believe Karen be getting on his nerves. Okay, he be tuning her ass out. You can't tell me no different. So Wendy is about to have a little get together with her family. They're coming over for dinner. The kids, it was so cute to see them, so happy to see everybody come in. Her sister Ivy come in. Baby, Ivy got Wendy's old ass and my ass at the same time. Okay? I'm just saying, flat as a board, bitch. But you know, that happened. The mom comes there and, she's looking at her boobs and stuff. She was like, oh my God, look at your boobs. Okay, woo. And Wendy, like, it is so crazy how when I decided to change professions, oh, mama wasn't here for that. But, she's all on board for the boobage and everything. But it's two different things. It's two different things. It's a cultural thing. But mama said, I want some boobs because my titties is flat as a flat jack, okay? And I want y'all to pay for it. And you got until, what she say, some December or some shit like that, October or something like that. If not, I'm going to sue. I said, what? You gonna sue because they ain't getting you no titties? That's funny. All right, so they just, talking about that, and then Wendy puts out that she's not really that, in her job. She likes her job, but she don't feel like it's what she's passionate about. So what she's gonna do is go a different route and do like home essentials, And Eddie just sitting there like, I couldn't really read him. Like, is he for it? Is he not? But basically, mama finna put out some candles. I said, y'all love to put out some candles. Y'all can't start no other line. Either it's, girl, on here, either it's candles, it's perfume, or clothes, okay? Bitch, we done had that. Let's do something else different. Let's do something different. But then again, the candles might sell because everybody named mama still buy candles. So, hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, she said she did all the fun side of it, but then, she needs to do the business side. That's where her husband, Eddie, comes into it. She needs like $20,000 and stuff like that. I was like, Okay, girl, you do what you gotta do. I'm not even gonna look too much into this. Karen goes over there to Ashley place. Mind you, Ashley is on the phone talking to the doctor or the nurse, I believe, as to how they gonna do the placenta because she gonna eat her placenta. Girl, I know people do that. I just would never. Okay, it was inside of me. I don't want to eat it. No. All right. It may be nutritious values, iron and all that shit, but and Lord knows I need some iron. Okay. I'm anemic. But no, I'll pass. And me and Karen said, now see, I done gave birth naturally twice. I ain't never met my placenta, okay, let alone ate that bitch. I said, girl, I don't understand it either, but hey, you gotta take risks. Maybe it could help some shit. I just don't know. Okay, I understand the benefits of it, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But anyway, because I remember the first time that I realized that people actually ate placenta was when I was looking at the episode of Real Sex. Don't ask me what they was doing, but they was literally, I'm telling you, they was having a goddamn party, basically cooking up the placenta, and they was all eating it. This was when I was a kid. Okay, just to let y'all know. Moving on from that. So she's sitting down, she talking with what's her name? Ashley. She gives her this box that has some chocolates in it, and it's just an invitation to her love lunch at her house. And said Michael is okay with her. If she's going to be okay with Ashley, Michael has to be okay with her. She has to be okay with Michael, I should say. And so he's invited to the house as well. They come a long way because they had their differences and they showed a little timeline of them going back and forth at each other. And it was brutal, just like it was with Giselle and Karen earlier. And, she said, I don't want the stuff that's going on between me and Giselle to divide the group. I mean, granted, it's going to do that anyway. It's going to do that anyway, regardless of what your intentions are. It's going to do that anyway because people don't know how to stay neutral. But hey, it is what it is. And, Ash was like, you went it was a little brutal, okay? You know what I'm saying? You went dark. And she was like, that thing about Sing Sing, girl, I said that I had to look it up and it meant the prison. I just threw that up in there because, being jokes and stuff. I said, Karen, shut up. When Karen be lying, you can tell exactly when she be lying. I said, girl, shut your mouth, please. I would have you said, bitch, I didn't know what I was talking about. And I just, it just came to my mind. So there it is. Talk about something. I just wanted to lighten the mood and it was jokes. Did you hear when she said that shit about Giselle and the husband? And then she was like, Robin said, why didn't you say anything then? Why didn't you say anything? Because, my kids, they were young then. I said, your kids, girl, they put up the goddamn pictures to show that the kids was 19 and 27. I said, Karen be full of shit. I like her, but you got to call a bitch out on. You need to call him out. Dean woke up, okay? He done came outside. He looked at Karen and started crying. He was frustrated. I don't even think it was just Karen. It was the fact that, mama, what's going on? This new person up in this house or whatever. So Karen said, my cue to go. Deuces. So then we get Candace and her stepdaughter. She's coming up, or I should say bonus daughter, as she says, coming up on their house, and the same invitation box, candy invitation is there. And, they open it up and, see that it's an invitation to Ray and Karen's house. And she was like, she really don't want to go. Okay. And at this point, Candace is like, I can't be cool with somebody that just keep on denying my pain. Girl, you got popped because your mouth was too slick. All right. You got popped. You tried to file charges. The bitch filed charges against you. The bitch is no longer on the show. Get the fuck over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of y'all gonna be upset at me for saying that. I'm sorry. Y'all used to be friends. Y'all ain't friends no more. Let that shit go. But I will agree with you. This ain't the time or the place for me to sit here and try to talk to you amongst everybody else. No, you need to come to me and we need to handle this. Don't invite me somewhere and we still got our own core issues, okay? Don't invite me to a group setting and make it seem like we all good. It's gonna be awkward as fuck. No, don't do that shit to me. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You up here trying to do this shit for so-called Giselle or whatever. Go on over there and talk to your girlfriend that you know that you probably can make up with, okay? Do that first and then invite her to a group setting. That's how I do shit. So I was actually with Candace on that part. So Karen is getting ready for this whole love lunch thing, and she just sent out all the invitations, and she said She already know that Giselle is not gonna come, okay, because of that sham of a relationship, and she got issues with her. Of course, we see Giselle taking her invitations and saying, "I'm gonna throw it in the trash." Bitch, I know you took the candy out of it, okay? When I seen you with them cupcakes earlier, I knew you took the candy out of it too, okay? You can play if you want to, cause I would have did the same thing. Bitch, I throw the thing in the garbage can, but I'm sure no gonna take the candy. And then she was like, also, I know Robin might not show up because she's so far up Giselle's quat that, hey, that's what she do. And of course, she not gonna show up. We see her reading the whole thing, and Juan said, "I ain't going to that." And trust and believe, I'm not mad at Juan for saying that because, like I said, Karen been coming for him to insult her, Robin. Juan been taking strays just like Ray been taking stray bullets and all this stuff in this issue between Giselle and goddamn Karen. So I'm like, if y'all gonna go at it, leave the husbands out of it, okay? Well, the husbands and the significant others, all right? Because, they're not husbands and wives yet. But moving on from that. So at this point, we see, bitch, who do we see? Cameron getting ready. The other girls show up. The first people that wind up coming is, well, no. Before we get to that, that's what I wanted to get to. Giselle and her daughters. They sitting down there, look like they having some Taco Tuesdays or some shit like that. That's what it looked like they was eating. And so she was like, Grace, the oldest daughter, she's about to take her driver's test for the third time. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with that. You keep on going until you get it. And I've noticed, am I the only one who noticed? Has this been going on? Like the husband and wives are in the confessionals together. Husbands and significant others are in the significant others are in the confessionals together. You got Giselle and her daughter in the confessionals together. It's giving me Married to Medicine teas, how they do their confessionals. It's cute though. I like it. So at this point, or am I late? Okay. So at this point, they sitting down there talking or whatever, and they get on. So girls, speaking of college, let's talk about boys and what you can and cannot date. I can date whoever I want. That's what one of the twins say. Yes, you can date whoever you want, but you need to pick the right person. For example, let me tell you the story, okay? When I was in college, as soon as I got out, I got with this one man, the drug dealer. Oh my God, did you go like on drops with him, like to take off drugs and stuff? No. Okay, bitch, when the daughter asked her that shit made me laugh. I thought she was gonna ask that you go on drive-bys with him or some shit like that. For some reason, I don't know. It popped up. But she started going down the line about certain type of relationships and stuff like that. And then she gets to the part because she said, no rappers. The Grace was like, yes, rappers. I said, oh, Grace, you're gonna have to keep an eye on you. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on you. That was like no athlete. She was like, yes, mama. Everything Giselle said no to, the girls were saying yes to. And I think they was doing that just to spite her ass, okay? But baby, when I tell you they got her ass together, when she started talking about how she used to date this one NBA player who blew his knee out and became depressed and his emotions was going up and down and stuff, and I just couldn't be around that. So I just bagged out. She was like, because you don't show emotions, you're devoid of emotions and stuff like that. And it's called being in a relationship. Mind you, this is the younger twins, okay? They're saying this. You have to be there for them and love them from afar, but you're supposed to be there when they need you or whatever. This is what it means to be in a relationship. You go through the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. I said, bitch, the twins and Grace, they just read Giselle, okay? They just had her sitting there looking stupid as fuck. And that's why we appreciate them, okay? The kids are way more mature than their damn mama, okay? But then we get to Karen and this love lunch. Mia shows up first with Gordon. The way Ray was shaking people's hands, baby, I thought he was going to break Gordon's hand off, or at least his wrist was going to break off. I was really concerned for both of them, okay? They were struggling in that handshake, And so at that point, Wendy showed up, Wendy and her booty showed up. And then Candace actually showed up. Ashley showed up as well. I said, what was the dress code? Because Karen was dressed so casual. And then you got Mia. She dressed like semi-casual a little bit. It can go either way. And then you got Wendy, who's dressed up in her red dress and pumps or whatever. Then you got Ashley with her little sundress and her sneakers. She said, Michael's at home. Okay. I'm still gonna come. He watching the baby, And then at this point, Candace shows up. I was surprised that Candace actually showed up. Okay, because according to her, like, bitch, we actually to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it in front of everybody. But I guess this is a step, and I guess that's big of her because Ashley wouldn't have showed up. Ashley wouldn't have showed up if I felt somebody wrong with me as much as she felt like she said. Karen stabbed her in the back. I wouldn't have showed up. We would have to do a one-on-one first. So that's big of her because I wouldn't have thought it. Bitch, I didn't realize how long this episode was. But anyway, so ladies are sitting down, okay? They sit down, they talking or whatever. And basically, because Candace show up and then, Karen do go over there, hug her. And she was trying to like handle her with kid gloves and make sure that she was okay. And what do you need from me? What do you this and whatever. And she did offer to, go to lunch or tea or whatever to talk. She said this is not the place to talk right now, but I want to know if we can do that. And she was like, sure. And Candace, she extended the, invitation as well and said, I want you to see my house. And Karen made sure to ask. So I'm invited to your house. And she said, yes. Okay. They go sit down. They get in their stuff. The men go to what they gonna do. The women are over here. Next thing you know, they start talking about, getting to know Karen, Mia a little bit more about, because they start asking Ashley about her pregnancy and how she's feeling, and Mia started telling us how, she scheduled all three of her pregnancies. She scheduled a C-section for all of them. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, wait a minute, so that's not why you got your clit done? She was like, no. Basically, why she got her clit done, according to Mia, it's because she had, basically because her and her husband be having too much sex. And basically, he was beating it up. Okay? I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But did you hear the shot that she took where she said that she had C-section, right? And then Wendy said, and how old are you? And she was like, I checked my ID and I got my age off of there and it said 36. I said, y'all enough to do this, y'all enough to do this. And at that moment, that's when Wendy just was looking like, you could tell Wendy couldn't stand that bitch. And I was ready to go in on Wendy like, girl, calm the fuck down. Because the girl didn't do shit. But no. Okay. Miss Girl was talking about Giselle, and they was talking, somehow Giselle come up into the conversation. And at this point, because it was not Ashley, but Candace, who was like, I heard some stuff happen at your party. And Karen was like, no, we ain't really finna talk about that. This is a love date and all this stuff. And she was like, I'm with Karen because Karen is a real boss. That's what Mia said. She's a real boss. Wendy's sitting there looking like, but, when you was at my home or whatever, you was saying how Giselle has a good heart and all this stuff or whatever, and now you don't feel like that. Now you're saying that Karen is a real boss. It just felt a little wishy-washy the way that you were all up on Team Giselle at this point, but then you came with Karen. She was like, that was before, I heard that she wished death on somebody's husband, and you don't do stuff like that. And I said, she did not wish death on that lady husband. That's not what she meant. Girl, if y'all think that's what she meant, put it down in the comments. Am I naive? Okay, girl, I'm sitting here like, what? Y'all are reaching. And she was like, what? Okay. And then she said, well, what Karen? So she was like, no, Wendy said, so now you think that she is a bad judgment of character, like she's a bad character or whatever. I'm just, Karen told me to mesh with who I mesh with, okay? She didn't tell me to, go to this particular person or whatever. And she just said, let me mesh with who I want to mesh with. And that's what I did. So if I like a person, I like a person. Let me get to know him myself. And at the end of the day, after she just said that, I was too quick to, give a judgment of character. And now I'm like, I'm on Karen's side or whatever. And Wendy said, but bitch, you got her number at the end of the day. It was me trying to enlighten the mood or whatever, the air, something that you should have did because it was your party. And that set Wendy off. Girl, what you not gonna do? I said, oh no. What are you not gonna do? I said not try to throw her out there. Wendy come back at her. She come back at her. She putting her fingers all up in the air. She was like, don't talk to me with your fingers, okay? She was like, when I finished talking, she said, nobody is trying to comfort you, okay? Don't comfort us when we're not trying to comfort you, okay? I said, oh my goodness, this is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing. Wendy shut that shit down. And even Ashley kind of agreed with the shit too. Like, like you basically are going playing the fence a little bit. That's what it seemed like, Mia, because you was on Karen, you came in, this is my friend and all this stuff or whatever, but then you want to go and side with Giselle, or give your opinion about Giselle without even truly knowing. And then all of a sudden I'm back on Karen's side, but then I did get Giselle's number, but then I'm still on Karen's side. It's like, girl, you're ping ponging. And Wendy called that shit out. That's all that it was. Wendy called the shit out. Ashley kind of agreed with it. And, it is what it is. I it was funny. Karen had to break that shit up before it got a little bit too much higgy. So basically, Mia feel like Wendy a little bit insecure. And I get how she can feel that way. Because, throughout the rest of the night, Wendy was like just perturbed by everything Mia said. And I don't understand why, okay? Why, Wendy? Why? All right? Why the girl bother you so goddamn much? They doing a little couples game or whatever, asking questions, and who knew who when. And even Mia was like, some of these answers that Wendy is putting out, it feel like that she got her man programmed or whatever for all about her, and she's giving off very much insecure. I said maybe. They asked, what is your favorite position? And Candace and Michael said he like her on top. Ray and Karen said, well, Ray said he like her on top. Karen said all of them. And then Wendy and them said doggy style. And Mia and Dr. G, or Gordon, I should say, they said missionary. I would never have thought it. And Wendy was like, I said, girl, turn your face back around, okay? That was like, when did you meet? Wendy and Eddie, they met at 17 when she moved to Baltimore, okay? Chris and Candace met at work. Ray and Karen met at the Congressional Black Caucus convention. And Mia and Gordon met at the strip club. She claims that she was a bartender. Ain't nobody buying that shit. Which it could be true, but ain't nobody buying that shit. But Ashley said, no wonder why you got your clit done, because you need to make it clap. No, baby. You make your ass clap. You ain't making your pussy clap. Okay? But I get what you're trying to say. Who is out of all the group of the girls or whatever, or the group that they in, who would your spouse or whatever like to be with? Candace said Chris. I mean, not Chris. Is his name Chris? His name is Chris. Chris, I called him Michael. Ugh. Chris said he probably would be with Giselle. Girl, Giselle. I said, ugh, okay. All right. Mia and Gordon said Karen. Karen said Mia. Okay. And then Ray said Katie Ross. Okay. Crazy Katie. I said, oh, wow, wasn't expecting that. And Eddie and Wendy, Wendy gonna look at him and basically say, don't you put no Mia. I said, wait a minute, lady. She don't fuck with that girl. I said, get over it, girl. Get over it. And so, it was another question. I forgot about it, but that was basically it. They ended the episode on a fun note. So that was it. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this. It was another good episode to me, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.